I got a few messages and emails regarding my 10 movies to watch on Father's Day, and some people were a little upset that I didn't mention father figures. So I figured it would be best to make a video for them. So this is my 10 father figures in film. Remember, this is non biological fathers and the impact the father has on the child or children. Now, again, this is my personal opinion. Your opinions may differ, but these are the ones that I think of when I think of father figures. I want to put up a disclaimer before I begin, where though I don't intend to spoil anything, I want to keep in mind that if you haven't seen these movies by now, I hope you guys try to watch them after this video. Also, I'm not going to go into too much detail describing any of these characters or any of these movies either. So here we go. Number 10. Mr. Gustav H. from the Grand Budapest Hotel. Portrayed by Ray Fiennes. He is witty. He is funny. He is charming. He is hilarious. The chemistry he has with Zero throughout the entire film is perfect. I love the duo every time they're on screen together. Number 9, William Forrester from Finding Forrester, portrayed by Sir Sean Connery. He plays a writer who is a recluse in New York City. He's befriended by a teenager named Jamal, who wants to be an aspiring writer someday. This is one of my favorite Sean Connery films, and is actually one of his last. His last movie was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and just before that movie, he did Finding Forrester. So it's very special to me. He teaches him a lot about writing. He teaches him a lot about being a good writer. He gives him advice on writing. Their chemistry on screen is, again, very good. Every time they're on screen together, they talk about all sorts of stuff. It is very good. If you've never seen Finding Forrester, I definitely recommend Finding Forrester. Number 8 is going to be a little different. The man's name is known as Nameless from a movie called The Sword of the Stranger. The character known only as No Name was a swordsman, and he fought in several wars. He did a lot of bad things, and he took an oath to keep his sword sheathed forever. He befriends a homeless boy and his dog. And he finds out that this boy is actually caught up in something that's very dangerous. A cult society wants to use this boy as a sacrifice. So he decides to take him to this monastery to keep him safe. It's very violent, but it's very, very good. It's got subtitles. It's not in English. Though there are probably going to be a lot of you that have never seen this movie, I definitely recommend trying to find it. It is very good. Very good. Number 7, Abraham Whistler from the Blade series. Though this character is not in the comic books, he was created only for the films. I think Chris Christopherson did great as a father figure to Blade. He found him in the streets. He raised him. He taught him how to fight vampires and hunt vampires. He taught him how to control his cravings. This is a perfect example of a father figure to the Daywalker. So I thought he was excellent. Number 6, Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid. Portrayed by the late, great Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi was one of those characters where you looked at him, you didn't think he was a very dangerous individual, but it's one of those guys where you can't judge a book by its cover because he can't hurt you. And that's what I love about this character and Mr. Miyagi. He teaches Danny LaRusso not only how to defend himself, he teaches him how to fight. He teaches him life lessons in the process. He teaches him how to do chores. Well, we never look at wax on, wax off the same way ever again because of this man. And so in that aspect, I love Mr. Miyagi as a father figure. Number 5, Morpheus from the Matrix franchise, played by Lawrence Fishburne. I love Morpheus as a father figure to Neo so much. He was informed by the Oracle that he would be the man responsible for finding the one, the savior of the human race. So without Morpheus, there would be no Neo. I think it makes a perfect father figure to Neo. He shows him the door and tells him he has to walk through it. He tells him to free his mind. He tells him everything he needs to hear to make him believe that he is the one. Perfect father figure in my eyes. Number 4, Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. I'm not going to pick like the original or the remake or the cartoon version. Master Splinter in general is a wonderful father figure to the 4 turtles. He teaches them lessons. He teaches them ninjutsu. This man is full of adages and proverbs and gives them the best kind of motivation that a mutant ninja turtle needs. A teenage mutant ninja turtle might need. I love Master Splinter. Number 3, Jonathan Kent from the Superman franchise. Jonathan Kent in general. Now, I know what you're saying. Like, oh, he was the closest thing he had to a father and on all this stuff. We all know Jonathan Kent is not Superman's real father. He teaches him life lessons over the years. He shows him and makes him believe that he's put on this planet for a reason. He actually dies to prove a point. He dies to protect his son and his identity. That is very important. And I love and respect Jonathan Kent for that. Number 2, Alfred Pennyworth from the Batman franchise. It's every iteration of this character, and they're all the same. They are all wonderful. He is Bruce Wayne's best friend. He is his butler, and the closest thing that Bruce Wayne will ever have to a father. And no matter how bad it gets, Alfred always stays at Bruce Wayne's side, no matter what. That is love, and that is devotion, and that is a prime example of a father figure. And finally, my number one pick for father figure. You're not going to believe it. It's the T-800 from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Sarah Connor said it best, but this machine is the best father figure a boy could ever have.
Give me a 5.
Watching John with the machine, it was suddenly so clear. The Terminator would never stop. It would never leave him. And it would never hurt him, never shout at him or get drunk and hit him or say it was too busy to spend time with him. It would always be there, and it would die to protect him. Of all the would-be fathers who came and went over the years, this thing, this machine, was the only one who measured up. In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.
The T-800 is a prime example of what a father figure could be. But again, this is all my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoyed my list. Coming up, my wife and I will be doing the review of the new Ghostbusters movie. And I'll let you know what we think about it. Thanks.
Goodbye.